Welcome back to Humanscape of Clarksville. I'm David Rands, and I'm a professor of history here at Austin Peay State University. For today's podcast with the Institute for the Public Humanities, we are honored to be joined by Consul General Yoichi Matsumoto from the Japanese Consulate in Nashville. The consulate covers the states of Arkansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee. Consul General Matsumoto first came to the United States in 1986 when he attended a college in Washington State with a training program of the Japanese Ministry of Foreign Affairs. His subsequent assignments with the Economic Affairs Bureau have led him to visit the U.S. on several occasions. Consul General Matsumoto took over the reins in Nashville in January 2022 and has been active in supporting both the economic and cultural interactions between the area he oversees and Japan. Welcome, Consul General Matsumoto.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rands, for the kind introduction and having me here today. I'm very glad to be here with you again.
Yes.
And I'm always enjoying a conversation with you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. You've been at the Nashville Consulate for just over a year. Has there been anything that has surprised you or something where your expectation was different from what you've experienced?
Well, thank you very much for the question. Perhaps I can mention two things. One is a common thing and one is a little bit different thing. And common thing, the climate. Climate here is very much similar to Tokyo, where I was born and raised. Before I came here, everybody said climate you will find fantastic and excellent. So it was not unexpected, but it was really surprised. Their comments were true. And another surprise was the difference of sizes. Everything is big, large, vast. For example, driving more than 1 hour is a little bit hard for me, but I heard it's very common, and everybody is used to driving maybe more than three hours. So sizes are totally different. Dr. Rands, you were in Japan for a long time, so
Yes.
you may know that.
Yes.
For example, if I compare to Tokyo, the population of Tokyo is double that of Tennessee, but the area, land size is Tennessee is about 49 times of that of Tokyo. So you can imagine how large here. So it's a little bit hard for me to move around here, but I really enjoying the space here.
Yes.
So that was really
They're
nice.
a really different thing. I know sizes are very different. For me, when I go to Japan, the biggest surprise with size is always the portions of sizes you get in your food and drinks. America has big cups and big plates, right? I'm originally from the West Coast, and I didn't really know very much about Southern food until I moved here. Have you been able to try any of the local food, and is there anything that you found particularly tasty?
Yes, thank you. First, I should mention is perhaps a Tennessee whiskey. That was my not first experience, but I didn't have any Tennessee whiskey in Tokyo, although I see a lot of Jack Daniels there. But after I came here, I very much enjoyed, but recently I tried to refrain too much drinking here. Banana pudding.
Banana pudding, yes.
Banana pudding. Yeah, I like it. I like sweet things. So in Japan, we call amato, karato, sweet lovers, and
Spicy.
Spicy food. I can go both ways. Also enjoying Tennessee whiskey at the same time.
That's banana pudding.
I haven't tried yet, but I'm very interested in moon pies.
Okay.
And perhaps sweet potato fries or fried pickles I want to try.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to try that.
Okay. We'll have to find a time to get together to eat fried pickles.
Thank you.
I know that you have a lot of experience with economic affairs, and there are strong economic ties between Japan and the states that you represent. Can you give us a general idea of Japan's direct foreign investment in the area?
Actually, that was one of the surprises when I was told I would come here. I entered the ministry around 1985. Around that time, there is a little tension between Japan and the US about the trade. But around that time, Japanese investment came here. There was really surprise why we have in the past trade tensions between two countries. But around that time, a lot of Japanese companies are moving here. So first history, I heard that around 1977, the first Japanese companies, was Toshiba America, established a factory, I think, and they produced color TV sets. And 2 years later, 1979, Sharp Manufacturing was established in Memphis, and they produced color TV, microwave ovens. And 3 years later, there was a groundbreaking ceremony for Nissan Smart plant. That's automotive. The
Huge.
first, if I'm not mistaken, that was the first automotive companies invested around the southern United States. And the factory entered into operation in 1983, and 5 years later, 1988, Denso Manufacturing in Tennessee. It is an automotive parts industry. They started operation or established their factories in Maryville, and also we have Bridgestone America's headquarters in Nashville. And recently, movement has been a little bit changing. We had a lot of automotive industry related companies here, but also we have services industries like NTT Data. NTT is a big Japanese telephone companies, but they put the data office here. Just 1 month ago, there was a groundbreaking ceremony for QP food company.
Yeah.
They produce mayonnaise and dressings.
Yes.
Here in Clarksville, and they will start production in 2 years. So we will see a lot of Japanese affiliated companies. Mayonnaise here in Clarksville.
Yeah, QP is great. It's very different from American mayonnaise.
Yes.
So I'm sure that assisting with the economic cooperation must take a lot of time. However, the consulate also does a lot of cultural activities. I know that they're active supporters of the Nashville Cherry Blossom Festival, the Moon Viewing Festival at Cheekwood, and the Memphis Japan Festival, and are integral in the JET program, which provides a pathway for Americans to teach English in Japan after graduating from college. How important are the cultural components in the many aspects of what the consulate does?
Yes, thank you very much for that question. Actually, really important, very important for us to promote cultural activities here in Tennessee. Of course, the economic bond is one of the major pillars between Japan and Tennessee relations. But what we really need to promote are bilateral relations, friendship, grassroots exchange, people to exchange matter. January this year, President Biden and Prime Minister Kishida met, and in their statement they confirmed that today's cooperation between Japan and the United States are unprecedented. I understand that is because of a strong friendship between the people of the two countries. So while we are supporting, if necessary, Japanese companies here, but what we really like to promote is cultural aspects, like festivals. As you mentioned, we have Nashville Cherry Blossom Festival, and we also have Knoxville Asian Festival in summertime. And they had, for example, 40 to 50,000 attendees in case of the Nashville Cherry Blossom Festival. And for Knox Festival, it's the attendee last year was, as I heard, 60,000 people. So this festival, I myself enjoyed them. Actually, I didn't enjoy much festivals in Japan, but here is a very nice occasion to enjoy for Japanese people. And also, we do school outreach. So my staff members visited public schools, and they introduce our culture, society, and perhaps they may not introduce anime because every student people already
knows.
But perhaps they will introduce more traditional ones. And also we have a partner, Japan Foundation. They provide funding or materials for Japan cultural events. So, for example, this summer they will have provide a contemporary Japanese art exhibition in Maryville College. And perhaps I should mention Japanese language education. I'd like to thank Dr. Rands for his contribution to that aspect as well, and Japan Exchange and Teaching Program. Yes. It was a really nice program, so we can invite American people to teach English language, Japanese school, or other programs. So, Mr. Rands, perhaps you can,
Yes, it's a wonderful program, and I'm glad I got to participate, and I hope the other students can too. I see that everyone at the consulate, as the last question, I see that everyone at the consulate must be really busy. It's interesting to see how all the different elements fit together. Do you have any suggestions for how together we can integrate humanities, global politics, and economics to make our communities better places?
I think our big mandate of the Consulate General is to promote friendship and partnership or bonds between our covered states, for example, Tennessee and Japan. And there are a number of elements that covers those objectives. And of course, as we just talked, economic aspects, that is one. The other one is cultural activities, people-to-people exchanges, grassroots communications, that is. I always focus my attention on every and each element, whether it's economic affairs or whether it's cultural activities or whether it's political level discussions or whatever. So that is one of the points I always considering and paying attention. And on specific points, yes, we have a few sections in the Consulate General. We have, for example, Consular Affairs section. They will take care of day-to-day lives of the Japanese residents here and serving American people needing visas or some assistance. And also Economic Affairs section. They takes care of, if necessary, takes care of business, Japanese business, or networking Japanese business and American business. And also political affairs section, they gather information, development of politics in the United States, and also a cultural section, public affairs section. And they do their own job every day. But when it comes to big events like festival we just talked about, we have a very small number of staff members, so we need to engage everybody and coordinate, make them coordinate among themselves. I think that is very important for us to have efficient implementation of our mandate. Yeah. And at the same time, I make them understand themselves, other people's jobs, and actually I think they are enjoying themselves. Perhaps concentrating on one issue, sometimes it's boring. Right. But if you experience different things, perhaps that would be enjoying. So so there are practical reasons. We don't have much resources, but if we combine everybody's ideas, powers, abilities, that will make events successful, for example. So I always try to encourage to cooperate and communicate among themselves so that we can more understand ourselves. At the same time, we can understand the communications with outside world, in our case, the Tennessee people, Tennessee society, so that we can provide better services. So perhaps I could say one of the things is important is communicate with among ourselves and
with those
surrounding us.
Great. Well, thank you for your wonderful suggestions and for spending time with us. I hope that you have a great day in Clarksville today and that you can come back often. Please know that you are always welcome here at Austin Peay.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rands, and I'm sure I will enjoy staying here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Humanscape of Clarksville. Please join us again soon.